Doreen Grand-Pichet is the
Dr. Doreen is an expert in autism.
Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet.
Dr. Doreen Grand-Pichet is a visionary in the field of autism. Now you can ask her questions on Ask Dr. Doreen. I want to move to a question here from Yasmin, and it's another one that's in a lot of different parts here, so stick with me. She says, hello, so happy to have you both, and we're so happy to have you too as well, Yasmin. I have a question about my 11-year-old son with autism. He's obsessed with toilets and hand dryers. When we go out, he wants to use the bathroom more than once. And if we go to different places, he wants to use all the bathrooms available to him. It can be hard because some days I just have enough time to run in and run out of a place. And if he can't use it, he'll get mad. I think she said more, but he can hold his pee for a very long time. So I know sometimes he does not need to go. I let him go at least once when we go out, sometimes 2 times. He draws the toilets and knows the different brands. When we sometimes don't let him go more than once, he'll get mad and say, I'm still going to use the bathroom, or I'll go use it by myself. What happens, he says it in a threatening kind of way sometimes. It's very hard to just go out to more than one place. He says he loves the toilets and the hand dryers. How can we help with these obsessive things? And thank you in advance.
Sure.
Great question.
So that's a great question, Yasmin, and I'm sorry that you're going through this. It's always tough when our kids establish some sort of obsession with an object, and it could be any object, and they will do it, all the stuff that you just said. They will try their best to get to it and then draw it, talk about it, etc. So I'm going to suggest 2 things. One is, and Shannon, you and I talk about this a lot. Whenever there's a issue like this, and we're in the middle of daily life, it's very, very hard to deal with it. Because as I think Yasmin also said, like, we have other things to do, or we're busy or whatever, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
But put aside time to specifically deal with this issue. For example, I don't know, every day after school, we're going to stop at a place that has a bathroom. And for the purposes of working on this, or even just once a week or whatever it is. So that you don't have other constraints. You're not focused on, oh my gosh, I got to get shopping done, or oh my gosh, I got to get back home, or whatever it is. And you literally will go to the place and you will not go to the bathroom, and he will get mad, and that's okay. And it's just okay. It's because before you know, and then you will put him back in the car and you will go home and you will ignore the fact that he's mad. And I don't know how big he is or what kind of a, fit he can throw if he's really, really angry, but hopefully it's manageable and you can still walk around a store. The minute he starts talking about the bathroom, just go back in the car, let's go home. The point is that he needs to realize that he will not get his way by becoming mad. And that's exactly what is happening here, is that a lot of times our kids realize that if I make a big enough fuss, they will let me have what I want. And that's not what you want to do, right? Now, if you are absolutely allowed. Initially, I would just say no. And he is absolutely allowed to go to the bathroom. Let's say if you think, oh, you know what, we've been out here for an hour or 2 hours and he should go one time, which is probably normal in a 2 to 3 hour excursion, then please do take him. Do not let him play with stuff in there. Do not let him spend excessive amount of time in there. You just go in there, do your business, wash your hands, dry your hands, and come out. And gaining control over that, you can use a timer. You can certainly use a timer that he needs to be out of there within, let's say, 3 minutes or 5, whatever is typical. You should time what you think is the appropriate amount of time. And that's it. And a lot of times, the reason I like this question is that we often do things because we're afraid of our kids getting mad. But it's okay if he gets mad. it doesn't matter. You're trying to teach him things that are okay and not okay. Now, at home, he's still going to be probably obsessed with drawing that. I would get him to start drawing a whole bunch of other things and see if you can broaden his thoughts to other types of objects. Now, that's one thing, right? That's the behavioral way to deal with it. A lot of times, our kids have such incredibly strong obsessive needs that behavioral way is not enough. And it's almost like you're constantly there, nonstop thinking about this thing that has become their obsession. And that's when I want you to go and talk to his pediatrician, get a referral for a psychiatrist, and consider SSRI medications, serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which help when we have obsessive compulsive types of needs. And what they do is they will just basically reduce the edge a little bit so that he's not 24/7 thinking about that particular object. And I say this as a behaviorist, but also as someone who's had over 40 years of experience with kids on the spectrum. And some kids have such serious obsessive needs that it almost becomes impossible to get them to pay attention to anything else. And this medication, which is not that, it's not harmful. All it does is allow your own neurotransmitter serotonin to remain in your nerve endings and your synapse longer. So it's not like it's introducing a foreign thing to your body. It's just helping your body use its own neurotransmitter better. And with that, you just calm down a little bit and you are less likely to panic and freak out when you don't have access to that one thing you're obsessed about.
She does tell us that he's on sertraline right now at the
Okay.
moment.
Yeah, great. So I'm glad that you have a physician. You need to talk to them because these kind of obsessive things can be controlled with increasing, decreasing, changing meds. SSRIs in particular, some work and some don't, for depending on the chemical shape and the individual who's trying it.
If you found anything helpful in this video, please give us a like. In fact, make sure that you smash that subscribe button on YouTube and give us a like on Facebook. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram for important updates. And please download our free podcast wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time. Until then, give your kiddos a hug from me and one for you too. Bye-bye for now.
To subscribe, click here. And if you'd like to check out some more of our videos, click here.